everybody, I'm Lily the Leapfrog, and I'm here with Melvin, and we're interviewing people involved with a funny thing happened on the way to the forum. Check it out!
Here I am.
Here he is!
I'm hard to miss sometimes, most of the time.
How can you look away? So Mike, you are one of the antagonists in this show.
I would say so.
What would you say the word antagonist means? For those who don't know, I know, so don't give me that look.
Well, for those who don't, why don't we say it together, all right?
It means villain.
Right.
Villain.
See, totally nailed it first time. Yeah. So that's one way of saying it. Yeah, he's kind of a villain. Yeah.
So you're nobody's buddy, or do you have like henchmen?
Oh, for sure. Yes, I have my soldiers. I have an immense army behind me. I'm a mighty captain. Yeah. So, but the immense army on stage are my three most important soldiers. So there's only three, but you just know that off stage, there's like thousands.
Yeah. I think we'd assume that.
Yeah. Well,
you really only need three to make an impression.
Exactly. Yeah.
More is just
showing off.
Showing off.
Yeah, don't need to.
So tell me, what do you like about playing a villain?
Well, the fun thing about playing this character anyways is the fact that he is larger than life and larger than me even, and I'm a pretty big guy. So it's fun to kind of go over the top because you get to yell and you get to do fun things and you get to be angry, and yeah, so it's stuff that I don't get to do on a regular basis, or at least shouldn't do when I'm in a classroom. So yeah, it's more fun when I'm on stage.
I'm sorry, I was listening with my ears, but I can't help but be distracted by this.
This right here?
Next question.
Right.
Who would win in a fight, you or a bear?
What type of bear? Koala? Grizzly? Polar? You gotta be specific.
Brown bear,
Brown.
but it's a juvenile.
That's tough.
And it's got a slight fear of bees.
Oh, perfect. Well, then me, because I would just outsmart him by wearing a beehive outfit, right, and just carrying one, running at this poor, frightened, bee-scared bear. That might work.
So you heard it here first, outsmarting wildlife with arts and crafts.
One might say smarter than the average bear.
You should coin that.
I should.
That should be a thing.
If no one's thought of it, I might.
I'm gonna have it printed on a t-shirt with your name under it.
Beautiful.
Next question. What is your favorite sandwich?
Melvin, we talked about that!
Sorry, Lily, but I'm really hungry. What's your favorite song in the show?
Well, you know, there's this little, see, now you're getting behind the scenes kind of stuff. That.
Exclusive.
You've seen it here first. That, Everybody Ought to Have a Maid is probably everybody's favorite who doesn't actually sing the song. Because the four gentlemen who sing the song, very talented men, very talented dancers, very talented comedians, they have to perform it, and that song can get stuck inside your head.
Yes.
And so I think it drove them a little crazy. But everybody else who doesn't have to sing it on a regular basis loves watching it backstage. And in fact, even some of the crew join in doing the dance moves whenever that song is performed. So that's got to be one of my favorites.
So are you telling us here exclusively that when we are watching four men on stage perform, there are even more people performing backstage for no one but their own selves and their own enjoyment?
Clearly you've never met actors before. Yes, that's how it works. Yes, they perform.
I'm an actor, you know me, Melvin!
Oh, that's right. Does she perform in front of like mirrors and things like that, just with nobody around?
Mirrors, windows,
right.
People who can't get away because they're trapped in a subway car.
Who trapped them in the subway car?
Well, just between stops.
Okay.
She's written several very short form shows.
Right.
They last about 20 to 30 seconds. When she's on the Scarborough RT, they can last up to a minute and a half.
Wow.
But they are pretty neat.
Right.
But I think that you've got yourself a money-making opportunity, because if you sold tickets to the backstage show,
Right.
it would be like reality TV. People love reality TV, and they would love to go and watch that.
That's very true. Yeah. I think you're onto something. So I have a T-shirt to make.
Yes.
And a phrase to coin.
Yes.
And then a TV show to pitch.
And all I ask for is 12.5%.
Done. You got it.
All right.
Deal. All right, buddy.
So that's the end of my career as a presenter. I'm going off to be a show business mogul in Canada, in the suburbs of Toronto. This is it with my television audience.
A maid? A maid. A maid. A maid. Everybody ought to have a maid. Everybody ought to have a serving girl, a loyal and unswerving girl who's quieter than a mouse. Oh, think of her at the dustbin, especially when she's just been traipsing about. Oh, would she be delightful living in, giving out? Everybody ought to have a maid, daintily collecting bits of paper and strings, appealing in her apron strings, and graceful as a grouse. Pattering through the attic, shattering in the cellar, clattering in the kitchen, flattering in the bedroom, muttering all around the house. The house. The house.